Okay, welcome everyone. I'd like to call to order tonight the City of Lawrenceburg Board of Works for August the 3rd, 2020. Mr. Fetty, can I get a roll call, please?
Sure can. Board member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, I don't have any announcements for this particular meeting. You gentlemen have anything?
I have none at this time, Mayor.
I have none.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I have no new business for Board of Works tonight. We've got one, you guys got anything that you want to add? If not, we got one topic under old business, Mr. Weldon.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. If it pleases the Board of Public Works and Safety, we advertised for a request for proposals for the Speedway motor track. We did receive one response to that RFP request, and what is the pleasure of the board?
I think as we stated before, I'm greatly appreciative that we got one, thank you. But I would like to see if we could not put it in some other magazines. And if we don't get no bites, then we move forward with the one we have. And I believe the ones that you stated were like Race Star Publications, One Dirt, Dirt Track Digest, and USAC or something.
Okay.
Okay, my only question is, and I mean, that's fine doing that, but are we allowed to do that if we've gone out for RFPs and we give a deadline to submit proposals and somebody does it, and then are we allowed to say, nope, we're gonna put it out somewhere else?
Yes, we are, and
Okay.
with RFPs or with bidding, it's a little different. It's a little more strict, but even with bidding, if you get a group of bids in and you're not, and similar to RFPs, and you're not picking and choosing, but you're deciding, okay, we would feel better about just the general responses we get by redoing it, then the statute allows you to do that in that scenario, and that's most often when that happens, actually.
All right.
So is that in the form of a motion?
I'll make that in the form of a motion, yes. That we try those four publications and go from there.
What kind of time frame are we?
What, a week or two? No different what we did before? Yeah. I mean,
If I could have 30 days just to get them out, and just because of their publication cycle, it might be best just to have this come due again at the first meeting in September, if that
That's fine.
pleases the board.
I didn't realize that, but yeah.
Well, I got one question about that. If it's 30 days, does that hurt going 30 days? I mean, as far as scheduling your races and that stuff, I know I've always heard that before.
We try and schedule about 2 years out, and so just the general process hurts a lot of different things with scheduling promotions, sponsors, staffing, other contracts that we have out there with vendors. But yes and no.
Okay.
That's why we started this process
Back in January, February.
February range.
All right, so 30 days isn't a killer, though.
Manage. That's what the council, the board wants, we do what we need to do.
All righty.
Okay, so the first thing you have to do though is you gotta reject the RFPs.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That was my understanding before, yes.
I think that vote is sufficient to reject the RFPs as a whole and to re-advertise, have them due the first meeting of September, if that pleases Your Honor and the board.
And that's the motion by
And I'll
Tommy?
make that motion.
Like the 7th, September 7th, is that right?
Your Honor, can I make a comment?
Yes.
I'm just wondering, is this something that Mr. Rudisell and his wife would be able to also bring a proposal in during that period of time if they
They can do the same proposal.
Same, yeah.
Actually, it'll be on the 8th because the 7th is Labor Day.
Thank you.
So the meeting would be on the 8th.
I guess in any revisions that they would wish to add to that as well, they could
could
submit
redo,
those on
yeah.
the 8th during that same.
They can do whatever they want with they can resubmit their current RFP or change.
Do we vote?
I made
Got
the
the
motion.
motion.
Okay, we got a motion on the floor that is, the motion is rejecting the one RFP
Correct?
and going forward with advertising in, was it 3 or 4 of the
Yes.
race magazines? Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
And give it 30 days and come back, and RFPs would be due on the 8th of September. Okay, is that your motion?
Yes, sir.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Okay, any other old business for Board of Works?
I have none.
I don't have any either. I entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. All right. Parks and Playgrounds, I'd like to call to order the City of Lawrenceburg Parks and Playgrounds meeting for August the 3rd, 2020, with a roll call, please.
Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Justin Nobbert.
Yes, sir.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board Member Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Board Member Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay. Any announcements for Parks and Playgrounds? I don't have any for this particular meeting.
I'd like to make a comment regarding the pool.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, it was a big decision to open the pool up, and are we officially closed?
Yes.
Yes.
Officially closed. Spoke with our safety director, Mr. Abden, today, and I know that several of you other councilmen had stopped by the pool while it was open. That was a big decision, and we had high hopes that we could manage it in an appropriate fashion, a safe fashion, and I have to say that I was very impressed with how well they did. And I think my hat's off to Dee and the rest of the staff. And obviously, there wasn't probably without bumps in the road, but overall, they were vigilant. I mean, I saw, trying to manage teenagers running around with alcohol spray bottles and cleaning surfaces off. They just did a really great job. I just wanted to make sure that as a public comment that we commended them on a very well, very job done well on that one. So thank you to the pool staff and the mayor and the safety director and Dell and everybody who put in with the guidelines to help us make that successful. I know it was a great benefit to our community.
There are a lot of people who had a lot of input on that, and everything. We ran it by the health department, and actually it went very smoothly. Very smoothly. So.
I mean, as far as I know, zero
Committee thanks you guys. I know that.
cases that were recorded that came from that particular area that went back there. So I mean, that's huge right now.
Yeah.
And I talked to Mike today, same thing, and he expressed his appreciation for the council and your honor, the mayor, for taking a chance to benefit the community, but doing it the right way. It's something that really showcases, I think, how good we are from top to bottom in terms of planning, maximizing safety, follow through. I mean, it really couldn't have been done without council and the mayor and the safety department, everyone pitching in, and it did go really well. So, but Mike expressed his appreciation to council today as well.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Good. Thanks, Justin. Any other announcements? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Got new business. We're tabling the arts and crafts in the park. The ladies responsible for that are supposed to call me tomorrow. They have some other ideas, but they were talking maybe at one point, I think they spoke with Mr. Fetty about maybe moving it to the fairgrounds, and then there was some talk about they just need a little more room up here at the Newtown Park, so we might be able to shut down a street or two to give them more room, because all the electric hookups are there. You got shade and everything else, so If indeed they choose, they want to move it, I'll make sure you guys know about it. But I think it's gonna probably end up staying at Newtown Park.
The only question I would have, Mayor, if we let them get into Main Street and Second Street, the ones that square off with it, would that do anything with Proxima? Do they work on Sunday?
No, I don't believe Sundays. I don't think they're moving trucks on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, so we should be okay. Yeah, good point. Really good point.
Mr. Mayor, also, I guess while we're on that topic regarding that, just to make the rest of the council aware that we were contacted by an organization, Voices of Indiana, that had requested using the cattle covering behind Agner Hall to do their vocal rehearsals on Monday nights. They sent us a whole, COVID guidelines, best practices that they're going to follow, and they also filled out the indemnification to the city.
Yep.
So we granted them the request to meet there on Mondays. I think it's all the way through mid-October. They'll be meeting there on Monday afternoon and evenings.
It was a place where they figured they could do it outside, social distance, and it's, I guess, pretty hard to sing with your mask on. So that was the reason for that area, and it works. It's a big enough area for them to do that.
And they're talking about 8 feet, social distancing with that. So.
Yep. Okay. Any other new business,
Could
guys?
I get a motion to table it, or?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'll move we table the arts and crafts. till
Okay.
next
Second.
month.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'll let you guys know what the ladies come up with when I talk to them. Any old business, parks? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. I'll call to order the City of Lawrenceburg Common Council for August 3rd, 2020. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mr. Fetty.
Sure. Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Here.
Councilperson Justin Noppert.
Yes, sir.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Councilperson Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Yeah.
Mayor Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay. Announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs, downtown area. Mr. Abbott?
I had none.
Okay, streets, alleys, and curbs on the Ludlow Hill, Mr. Fryman.
I haven't any, but I want to thank you for, there was a sign that they needed to have for slowing children down on Sunny Slope.
Sunny
And I
Slope.
thank you, Mayor, for getting that done for us.
No problem.
And everybody else involved, putting it up.
Yeah, our guys will put it up through Mike Clark. Okay, anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay. Finance, Mr. Bondurant.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
Parks and Playgrounds, Mr. Noppert.
Nothing new.
And Fire Department, Tommy Roulette.
No report.
Okay. Just a couple of announcements I have. I had maybe spoken to all of you. We're going to make that Flaherty and Collins field trip Thursday morning to Covington to view their latest apartment complex. If you're able to go, we'll meet here at 9:15. So we should be back by noontime, lunchtime, unless Tommy wants to buy lunch.
I'll see if I can get off work.
Yeah. You go ahead and see if you can get off work. Don't rub it in. And then also, we're looking for a date for next week. We'll get some dates out to you to get some litigation updates. So
Thank you.
we'll get you a date. We'll get it out this week. We just haven't narrowed one down yet, have we?
No, it'll be either Wednesday or Thursday. Ask Guinevere, just reach out to all you guys and see what day you prefer and what time you prefer. And then we'll lock it in.
Okay. All right. If no other announcements, I
Mayor?
would, yes.
It's just, sorry, I'm speaking all the
good.
time here.
Yeah.
Hey, so school starts up, as you guys all know, on Wednesday. And one of the things that I've noticed, and I come out of the alley behind where the police station is a lot, and that particular intersection just is, I mean, it's right in front of the police station. People just run through it all the time. I've seen it. Sometimes it's because they can't see you sitting on the hill in the alley, but sometimes, I mean, half the time people just don't stop. My concern is as kids begin walking home from school, I was going to see if we could talk to the chief, Schneider, to talk about a little bit more presence in the downtown area. I know that they're around a lot, but specifically during the beginning of school and after school for the first few weeks. I don't even know if potentially we could even get one of those rolling stop fine signs that we could put under that on Walnut Street, because that's a tough one right there in front of the right in front of Walnut Theater and Police Station. People just blaze right through that stop sign, and that's my concern as kids are walking from the east side of town to the west side of town from
Yeah.
coming from school. That we have a safety concern there.
I also brought up to Mr. Gailey the problem alley that we have right there across from Central.
Yes.
So he's aware of that this year, or we made him aware before the school year even started now. So we'll be looking at that as well with the resource officers. But I'll talk to Chief Schneider about more presence, especially first couple weeks, just to, yeah.
So
get
it's
people
more on
acclimated.
Walnut you're seeing it, not so much Center, Center Street.
I see it,
Tate Street, I mean.
people coming off of 50 on the Walnut, they just go right through that stop sign past the police station and stuff.
That's just Gene doing that.
Did you look to see if the tree is blocking the stop sign again?
That's a good point, if it needs to be trimmed back. I remember that was a little bit of an issue, so.
We used to
And
have
I
a,
think when I went by there the other day and looked, I think it was blocking it
trees down.
partially again.
Were you stopped when you looked, or were you just rolling?
Replant that tree in front of Tony's house.
elephant trees. Hey, we used to have a street light there, remember?
Tony wants to put more trees up.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll check that out, too.
We may need to
It
trim
could
it
be,
back.
Gene.
I think it is blocking it some.
Okay.
While you're talking about that alley issue behind, coming across from Central, because I mean, that is an issue every year. I did talk to Mr. Gailey regarding that, and he was going to put out a publication that could be given to and I don't know if he did or not, but something that could be given to the neighbors that are adjoining those properties. That is a City of Lawrenceburg alley. And
He is. He's putting something out
yeah,
for the neighbors.
so I think that's going to help. I mean, it's going to go all the way back to probably Williams this year. I mean, it's busy, and I know he's requesting that people that pick their kids up, and this is also a public statement, that if you pick your kids up, don't come too early and just wait there, because the line will just, literally it will go all the way back to William Street.
Yeah.
So please, as the citizens that live around there, be patient with the parents that are trying to protect their children and pick them up from school, but at the same time, we'll get them through there as quickly and safely as possible.
Yeah, he told me Friday when I met with him that they were getting something out to all the neighbors in that vicinity. So
Well, what I consider the most important though is having somebody there when they come out of that alley onto Tate. There's a garage here,
Right.
and those cars don't see these kids walking across
Right.
that alley.
And
I'm
that's
afraid
what
they're
I-
gonna pull up and
Yeah.
it's
I
just an accident
suggested
waiting.
using a resource officer there, but I suggested it to him.
That'd be good.
But all in all, we'll just make sure that, especially the first 2-3 weeks, we got more of a police presence at, in the mornings when school starts and in the afternoons when school's being released. So, okay, good job. All right. Any other announcements? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So move.
Second?
Second.
Who seconded that?
I did.
Brett.
Okay, Brett. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Committee reports, Chief Tremaine sent his out to you guys via email. So, got that. New business, Mr. Logan Lawrence, car show update.
Thank you, Mayor. Just for starters, want to thank you all for considering rescheduling the car show from May to September 6th. Just wanted to let you know, last week I met with city safety officials, the city garage, and then I also met with the health department last week. we do plan on moving forward with the car show. Just submitted my outline to the health department. They gave it the okay as far as it happening. Of course, there's going to be, which a lot can happen within the next month, so who knows with, but hopefully it all happens because I ordered everything, all the awards. Billboard goes up next week. Banners will be going up next week, and 300 t-shirts came in. But there's 110 pre-entered cars so far, and there's still 2 weeks left for pre-registration. 25 hotel rooms booked at Doubletree so far, and there's donated, you know, the way the show sits. But like I said, a lot can change, but we are planning on moving forward September 6th, so hope you all can come out. And you know, we're evaluating, we're gonna have safety protocols with the volunteers, you know, face mask, check their temperature. So when the time gets closer, we may have to do judging a little bit different, so we're evaluating that. But if you guys can, about 3:45, 4 o'clock, September 6th, unless anything changes, would love to have you on the stage before the award ceremony, like we've always done. So I just want to give you guys an update. And one other thing, and I've had calls from Texas, Idaho, all over the country because no one has anything to do. So if everything continues, I think we're going to have a bigger turnout than normal, but we're still going to find ways. We've evaluated using the community center for cars this year, so we have a little bit more space and give extra room. So just want to give you guys an update. Thanks again.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Pray for good weather.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'd like to get a motion to table the levy park discussion tonight, if I could get a motion
So
on that.
moved. I'll move that we table it.
Okay, Justin, second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. Mayor, you're gonna follow up with that regarding some options on that? You're talking about the one that's,
Yeah,
Go.
Mr. Akles didn't have everything ready, so I
Okay.
told him, I said, don't come down with just partial, and
Right.
I want all the numbers to be right,
yeah.
so you guys have something to evaluate.
Have you other guys gone by there and kind of checked that site out at all?
What's that?
I'm just asking the other council members.
Oh.
Yes, I have. In fact, I had family in because of the passing of my father this past weekend. I showed them what the mayor had pretty much brought forward to us. They're from Arizona, and they said, that's good. I said, well, trying to get as many people up here.
You know,
It's just the prices are much higher than I anticipated.
Right. But if it works out at the end of the day, that would be a nice asset.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no
I,
question.
Now,
no
my
doubt.
sister Debbie was not happy that we were taking where you could drive on the levee because that's
Don't
where
say
she
that.
learned to drive a stick shift GTO and
Wow,
yes,
that's steep.
my brother-in-law's, yes.
Yeah.
Well, she had to learn.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
the mayor, on that same spot, because I was kind of checking it out, you know, there's right in front of Partners in Health, there's about a 20-foot wide swath of concrete, you know, that has light posts every so often. If it does, you know, if it's not palatable to spend, you know, $700,000 on that, fill in that space, and could we do something, you know, with some swings
I don't see a problem
in
with that at
between those
all.
light posts, and there's plenty of room. It would
I've
not
looked at-
intrude on the ingress and egress of that sidewalk. There's still a 10-foot section that we could set them off, and you'd have this beautiful, the river's beautiful right there. You're just looking at trees. And
I've looked at that as well,
Nice
Justin.
area.
It's
you said that.
it's plenty of room there.
Yes.
I don't think it would take much to
No.
just put some swings up.
No,
Like
it's a good point. We might,
downtown Cincinnati.
we can look at that for sure.
And back when I was showing my sister and them that, I'll tell you what, it was 8 o'clock at night and there were still a lot of people up on that levee walking. So
Yeah,
It was great,
it's amazing. Yeah,
So nice.
great.
yeah.
I'm up there 3 or 4 times a week. They're up there all the time now,
I love it.
all the time.
That's a beautiful area. It's just,
Yes, it
it's
is.
nice.
Great,
That's a big asset we have. That
great view
trail.
up there. Underutilized asset. That river is. Yeah, sure, I can, would check on that kind of thing too, Justin. Yeah. Okay, I don't have any other new business. Old business, Mr. Weldon, the fireworks ordinance that we had talked about previous meeting.
Thank you, Your Honor. If it pleases the Common Council for the City of Lawrenceburg, we've got, under old business fireworks ordinance, we drafted a proposal, and we talked about it a couple times. I think it's prudent just to either vote it up, vote it down, which is totally fine, or we can modify it, and another option further would even be just to kind of revisit it next year. So whatever the pleasure of the council is, you guys are free to do whatever you like with that proposed ordinance.
I'd like to make the motion that we just leave it alone till next year, see how it goes. I mean, that's just me with the kids and stuff. I know it's been a tough year because of this virus and everybody's staying home and they're not getting out like they was before. Let's just see what happens.
Any other comments? You want to put that in the form of
I'll
a
just-
motion?
I'd like to make a motion, yeah.
All right, so is that motion till next year, or is that, I mean, I
I think you,
We could just reject
We
it
just-
now and then revisit it
I,
later.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
so the ordinance, or the motion on the floor would be to reject the, any new fireworks ordinance at this point. That's the motion on the floor.
I'll second that.
Yeah.
Second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Yeah, I think it's
Thank you.
undeniable that we need to do something. It's just, with the current form, it just didn't, nothing, it didn't.
agree.
We need to flesh that out some more.
Yeah,
So
I think
it-
it'll be,
Yes.
things will slow down, I think,
Yeah.
after all this gets settled down, get back to normal a little bit.
Normal.
Well, we hope.
That never happened.
Gonna be a
Mr.
new
Fryman.
Think positive, think
Yes,
positive.
I agree with you. Okay, any other old business, guys?
No, I do have one question for you, going back to street roads, alley and curbs. I
Yes, sir.
spoke to you about Bilby Road, the old Bilby.
Yes.
How the road is
Uh-huh.
slipping now. You said we were going out for a grant. Do you have any idea when that might happen, or?
Well, here's where the whole thing is. We've been looking at that for a year and a half now. And what the intention was to use our community crossings grant for the upcoming year for that fix. Well, they just came back and said that there probably won't be any community crossings the first part of the year. So they're gonna maybe do it the second part of the year for next year. So we've been talking to NDOT, seeing, what kind of options. And one of the options we may have to do is maybe either, make it one way,
Mm-hmm.
or put a stoplight up with
Each end.
just, on each end
Yep.
temporarily until.
Put them inside.
Because right now, it's about a $2.5 million fix.
Okay, well, that was gonna be one of my suggestions. Maybe we should just make it one way for right now, because have we had anybody look at that to see how bad the slippage is?
Yeah, we've
that
had
engineers?
NDOT out there, yes.
I don't know,
Recently, or?
Yeah.
Because
couple
all
months
this rain, I don't know, it seems like it's getting worse.
We can have them come out and revisit. It was a couple months ago, Tony.
I stopped up there Sunday, was walking where we're talking about there.
You were walking
And-
on 48?
Yeah.
walking on 48.
Well, yeah, I
Old
walked over there.
48.
I don't want nobody to get hurt. And it looks like it's, the dirt is slipping away, but it don't look like there's any corrosion too much underneath the blacktop yet.
We're talking Bilby, right?
On Bilby, yeah.
Old
Old
State
Bilby.
Road
Old
48.
Bilby.
Old Bilby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
well, we all know, all of us have lived on the hill for quite some time when you didn't have the new, it was always slipping.
Yes.
Always had a slip. And 3 or 4 different spots in that road.
Well,
But yes, we do know all about that, and we're looking into it. We've already talked about options like that.
I think it would be best if we made it one way going up the hill. I don't think that would really harm anybody that lives on that road or anything. It'd be a
well,
lot safer.
You'd have to, I don't know, you could make it,
I
think what you're gonna have to do is put stoplights in,
Yeah. Because now you're gonna bring
Yeah, you know,
everybody
and-
to the top of the hill and turning out.
barricade,
You know what I mean?
barricade the one lane for sure.
It's north of, or it's farther up the hill past Riviera, right?
Yes.
I mean, you could do up two-way up the Riviera and then go one way from there.
Yeah, that would be the intent, put the light right there, probably,
What is that other street? Tell me.
Minor Heights.
Minor Heights,
It's just
Corey.
between Riviera and Hiner Heights.
That's that, yeah.
It's not a big section, but
Yeah.
just, because really, if you blocked it off, Hiner Heights, they could all go up the hill and come down, and which everybody from the apartment down would just go the other way, but
Yeah, we'll let the
One lane
engineers
shouldn't hurt.
figure it out,
Yes.
but we'll get them, I'll get them back up here to look at it.
Okay, great.
We'll do that. Not a problem.
Is that why all the orange markings were on the guardrail?
Probably is, I would assume.
I put
I'm not gonna
I
say
put
who
orange
put
ribbons
those on
Ribbons
there.
around it.
Somebody's got ribbons. I went up there and put orange paint on some bad spots.
You walked up there? Wow, you guys
Yeah.
have really.
Well, I
got
switch lanes when I run up the hill. I go on the opposite side, so that.
You know, I can see if they hit, but if they hit me, they're gonna tear their car, trucks, and everything else
Easy
up.
now.
They
Easy
ain't gonna
now.
run over me.
Come on, Lenny. All right. Any other old business? Thanks, Tony, for that. Comments from the audience? Thanks for coming out, everyone.
One question, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
The arts and crafts, are they still looking at the same weekend as the car show?
The
or-
9th?
Okay.
Well, whatever that,
They're generally on.
wait,
Sunday.
is it the
Originally, they were
same?
supposed to be the day
Yeah.
before the car show,
It was-
just because I've been promoting that.
Yeah.
But I have right
I-
here September 13th.
Yeah, it's
It's
a,
a weekend after.
It's the
theirs is
weekend,
always
the
the
midweekend
second
of-
Sunday, I believe, in
Okay.
September, correct? Yeah, second Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't have enough places to park everybody, probably. So, yeah, good point. Any other comments from the audience?
I seen
All right.
that. You took the mask off the cough.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So move, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Take it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
So, Mr. Fetty, we do not no longer have number 9 ordinance, correct? That was the
no
one that
ordinance.
we tagged on that.
September 5th.
So we just-
So, I think
Very
something's
s-
gonna do
yeah.